In this section, we are going to talk about first class of antifungals, that is antibiotic. Let's start with one of the most important drug, amphotericin B. It is a naturally occurring polyene antifungal produced by Streptomyces nodosus. In spite of its toxic potential, amphotericin B remains the drug of choice for the treatment of several life-threatening mycoses. If we talk about its mechanism of action then, amphotericin B binds to ergosterol in the plasma membranes of sensitive fungal cells. There, it forms pores that require hydrophobic interactions between the lipophilic segment of the polyene antifungal and the sterol. The pores disrupt membrane function, allowing electrolytes, particularly potassium, and small molecules to leak from the cell, resulting in cell death. If we talk about its antifungal spectrum, amphotericin B is either fungicidal or fungistatic, depending on the organism and the concentration of the drug. It is effective against a wide range of fungi, including Candida albicans, Histoplasma capsulatum, Cryptococcus neoformans, Coccidioides immitis, Blastomyces dermatitides, and many strains of Aspergillus. Fungal resistance, although infrequent, is associated with decreased ergosterol content of the fungal membrane. Amphotericin B is administered by slow, intravenous infusion. It is insoluble in water and must be coformulated with either sodium deoxycholate or a variety of artificial lipids to form liposomes. The liposomal preparations have the primary advantage of reduced renal and infusion toxicity. However, due to high cost, liposomal preparations are reserved mainly as salvage therapy for patients who cannot tolerate conventional amphotericin B. Amphotericin B is extensively bound to plasma proteins and is distributed throughout the body. Inflammation favors penetration into various body fluids, but little of the drug is found in the CSF, vitreous humor, or amniotic fluid. However, amphotericin B does cross the placenta. Low levels of the drug and its metabolites appear in the urine over a long period of time, and some are also eliminated via the bile. Dosage adjustment is not required in patients with hepatic dysfunction, but when conventional amphotericin B causes renal dysfunction, the total daily dose is decreased by 50%. Adverse effect can easily be memorized by repeating the name of the drug. Amphotericin B. A for anemia. M for muscle spasm. P for phlebitis. H for headache or hypotension or hypokalemia. T for thrombocytopenia. E for emesis or encephalopathy. R for respiratory stridor. I for increased temperature or fever. C for chills. I for immediate hypersensitivity, you can say anaphylaxis. N for nephrotoxicity. It is important to remember. And B for bronchospasm. Similarly, you can memorize its uses by mnemonic, human ABC. H for histoplasma. M for mucor. A for aspergillus. B for blastomyces. C for Candida or Cryptococcus. Amphotericin B is efficacious against these categories of fungi. Next class of antibiotics is echinocandins. These are a new class of potent semisynthetic antifungal antibiotics with a complex cyclic lipopeptide structure, which stand out due to their low toxicity compared to amphotericin. Here, we will discuss about drug called caspofungin. It is the first and the prototype member of the class, active mainly against Candida and Aspergillus. Strains of Candida that have become resistant to azoles are susceptible to caspofungin. The mechanism of action is different from other antifungals, viz. It inhibits the synthesis of beta-1,3-glucan, which is a unique component of the fungal cell wall. Cross-linking between chitin and beta-1,3-glucan gives toughness to the fungal cell wall. Weakening of the cell wall by caspofungin leads to osmotic susceptibility of fungal cell, which then succumbs. If we discuss its pharmacokinetics, caspofungin is not absorbed orally, it has to be infused intravenously. It is distributed into tissues but does not enter CSF. Metabolism is extensive and metabolites are excreted in urine, as well as feces with a plasma half-life of 10 hours. Caspofungin is approved for use in deep and invasive candidiasis, esophageal candidiasis, and salvage therapy of non-responsive invasive aspergillosis. Because of good tolerability, it is now increasingly used in neutropenic immunocompromised patients whose fever is not responding to antibacterial antibiotics. Adverse effects includes rash, vomiting, dyspnea, hypokalemia, and joint pain may occur. However, organ toxicity has not been noted. Micafungin and anidulafungin are the other echinocandins with similar properties. Next is heterocyclic benzofuran. Let's discuss grisofulvin. It was one of the early antibiotics extracted from Penicillium grisofulvum. Grisofulvin is fungostatic for most dermatophytes, including epidermophyton, trichophyton, microsporum, etc., but not against Candida and other fungi causing deep mycosis. Grisofulvin interferes with mitosis, multinucleated and stunted fungal hyphae are produced under its action. It also causes abnormal metaphase configurations. However, unlike the typical mitotic inhibitors, it does not cause metaphase arrest. Rather, the daughter nuclei fail to move apart or move only a short distance. It does not inhibit polymerization of tubulin, microtubular protein, which pulls the chromosomes apart, but binds to polymerized microtubules and interferes with their function. If we talk about its pharmacokinetics, then an absorption of grisofulvin from GIT is somewhat irregular because of its very low water solubility. Absorption is improved by taking it with fats and by microfining the drug particles. Now ultramicrofine particle preparations from which absorption is still better are available. Grisofulvin gets deposited in keratin-forming cells of skin, hair, and nails. Grisofulvin is largely metabolized, primarily by methylation, and excreted in urine. Plasma half-life is 24 hours, but it persists for weeks in skin and keratin. Adverse effects. Toxicity of grisofulvin is low and usually not serious. Headache is the commonest complaint, followed by GIT disturbances. CNS symptoms and peripheral neuritis are occasional. Rashes, photoallergy may warrant discontinuation. Gynecomastia is reported. Transient leukopenia and albuminuria without renal damage are infrequent. Uses. Grisofulvin is used orally only for dermatophytosis. On getting deposited in the skin through circulation, it prevents fungal invasion of keratin. Because it is fungostatic and not cytal, the newly formed keratin is not invaded by the fungus, but the fungus persists in already infected keratin till it is shed off. Thus, the duration of treatment is dependent upon the site of infection, thickness of infected keratin, and its turnover rate. It is ineffective topically.